Lotus. Delta and Temple maybe, but I'm pretty sure it's just you snap off the Lotus. Look at all these X spells that we've decided to pick. It's Lotus. It's just Lotus. I don't even know why we're talking about it, but it's fun to describe the other decks. We have a few more seconds. It's fun to talk about the other cards, but like when you've got like 6 drops, you know, Jason Miracles. Jace is good enough on its own. In this format, though, I agree he's good enough on his own, like when you've got Ancestral Recall or Brainstorms flying around with efficient fetches. I feel like blue's just being cut too hard. There's another X spell. Or you could just take the same pick, which is Battlesphere or Moloku. Or fixing or you know, removal. Stroke probably wheels. It's funny that this is actually good in our deck. We could run, you know, Stroke might be easier for us to run than the Sphinx's Rev because this is blue-blue. Just snap off the swords. I think so too. I think so too. We'll take the Source of Plowshares. There's a Forbid. Again, I feel like we're being cut on blue though, but this is still a really premier blue card that might get us back into blue. The metal soundtrack for this game is better. I'll have to look it up, Labrat. I didn't know that there was one. Face Fetters. See, like, my problem with Forbid is it looks like we're being cut on blue. Just take the Fetters or Yosei. I think we just take the Fetters. I'd like to have some flexible removal. I hate how our curve, like, jumps, though. We need to fill in the curve, so hang on a moment. Let me do some curvature stuff. Let me fix our curvature. We're gonna shrink this down. We're gonna move some things around. Exalted is actually can fill in as a 3-drop for us. There's a Flame Tongue. Seems pretty good. You could also take Siege. Kind of like Flame Tongue. I think it's the Flame Tongue. Although the draw engines for us are pretty slim. It might be easy for us to continue to find removal in these colors because it looks like red and white are pretty open. It might be correct for us to take the draw engine. Siege is a non-bow with Miracles. It is, unfortunately. There is some good Flicker, Labrat. That's unfortunate. That's true. It is a non-bow with Miracles. This is a 4-drop. This is a 3-drop sometimes. Alright, there's Cliff Top, which is good fixing for us. Dragon is nice. Brimstone is removal for us. Windswept could be better if we see like a plateau. I think it's either fixing or Brimstone. I don't know if we're running the Sulfur Falls, by the way. Just take the land. It's probably not coming back. This pack isn't that great. Let's take the Cliff Top. It's not crazy. There's a plot. Could take Temple of Enlightenment to try to take back the blue. We could try to take back blue. But as you can see, like look at our picks. Like I've kind of enabled us to build like a red-white control. It's a triple white red deck. Holy Koth. I think that's a good control card for us. Koth because it's a sick win con. I do know how good Koth is, yeah. I do. Plateau likely wheels. Are the stuff in this pack good enough for the Koth? Oh, we're brewing here. Oh, we're brewing, Chocolate. We are brewing. Okay, do you try to take back the blue, or do you just go with this solid pick, which is just likely Incinerate? Do we take back the blue, or do we Incinerate? Probably just Incinerate. Look at our curve. We need some 2s. I don't have 2s. Let me move this up some more. Plenty of 4-drops that we could run. No 2s. Easy Volcanic. Incinerate. I don't know if we're getting back into blue, Austin. It looks like it's just horrendously cut. It looks like Soulfire's a consideration. I'd rather just have the removal. I don't think we're going to get back into blue. I know you guys love the idea of the Rev or the Confluence even. I just don't think we're going to get back into blue. Soulfire's a real card. I'll give you the Incinerate. Augur Bolus isn't a chase blue card. It's just not. This is a Temple in our colors. We don't really want to play against Thrun. Some people jam this card even though it's not that great in the queue, and it would beat us, unfortunately. So could Whisperwood, but at least I can, like, swords it. I'd almost would hate pick the front here. Or Primus. Primus is scary. Take the Ratchet Bomb. Lifelink Bonfire is the dream. Corn says, I swear if we gone for the blue cards and we saw them, we'd have 7 and 8 good cards with a lot of fixing. I'm gonna hate pick the Thrun. I don't think so. Look how hard, like, look how cut it is. Look how hard cut, look how hard cut some of this stuff is. Like, look at what we're seeing here, you know? Like, it's just really obvious what's been picked. Or not. What? Why is Moloku still here? I don't want to play against it, and if we get, like, the Nutters going on in the last pack... I think it's Yosei. I think it's Yosei or Craters. I think we snap off this Yosei too. I don't want to play against Library. Omnath is scary too, but it's such a late Omnath. Oh, look how open this stuff is going on. Alright, Plat came back. Gloss plus Lotus plus go. This deck looks sweet, so white, red Miracles? Maybe? The only reason I still have the Angel in, even though we have a Yosei and an Inferno Titan now, is because she doubles as a 3 and a 4 drop when you need 3s and 4s. I'd like a little more early game interaction. Although that's a Sun Titan, a lot of other cool options. I almost would rather just have some early interaction. Magma Jet's some of the only deck manipulation as a white-red player we're going to get. And we're trying to build control without blue. I mean, there's a lot of good picks here. You could try to get back into blue, but I just don't think... Like, hang on, this isn't the board. I mean, yes, we picked up what? We picked up a Sulphur Falls. I just don't see the blue happening. You think it's just snap off the jet? It does seem really good for us. We just need 2s. Yes, Ojutai's scary. But, I mean, if he swings with it, we get to maybe FTK it or swords it. Whoever takes this Ojutai. Cadril says take Titan. I think we have a lot of fine 6-drops already. What am I getting back with Titan in this deck? Not much. We don't have much value for the Titan. I'm going to take the Jet. Some of the... there's very little... Oh, Council's Judgment. I'd rather take that over the Mizium, I think. This is a premier card for our deck. It makes me feel a lot better. It gives us a 3-drop that we don't have. This is a really premier card for us, Councils. Even though we already hated on the Thrun, you know, that's one of the few ways that our deck color combination can handle the Thrun. This is pack 3, we need playables. Judgment or Seeker? I think it's Judgment. I mean, Seeker's fun. But we're not really Tempo, we're more controlling. I would say Judgment. So there's another 3-drop for us, besides the Angel. Scepter's actually not bad in our deck. It's a pet card of mine. The correct pick could very well be Tarn or hang on. Could be the Red Fetch, because we have a Plateau. It could be some of these other cards, like the Seal, but I like this card. This is a pet card of mine. We have 4 good targets so far. Magma Jet, of course, being the most nutters thing to put on this Scepter. Scepter can run away with a game. Just saying. You know what? I'm sorry, guys. I like this Scepter too much. Okay, we can hate on the Decay, but we probably take the Oblivion Ring. There are other things in this that are gonna hate on the Scepter besides just Decay. Decay is just the most main deckable thing that kills my sweet, sweet Scepter, but I think you still take the O-Ring for our control deck. Pretty sure. Pretty sure it's O-ring. I mean, there's merit to hating on the decay because this answer is what I'm doing the easiest. But there hasn't been like an obvious green mage at the table. I'm sure someone's moved into green at this point, but I like that this goes in our list. It's a hard choice there. You're cool, Austin. Don't worry about it. Okay, this pack's not straightforward. There's a Gideon Jira. It's a very playable Planeswalker. You could also take the Splicer if you want to lower the curve. This is a very powerful 5-drop for us. Very good in control. Snap off the Gideon? Yeah, I think so too. I almost would pick Wall or Firebolt this pack. Wall is really underestimated. There's a lot of early drops that opponents will try to get on the table that this just blocks. Firebolt, of course, is value as well. It doesn't go on the Scepter, but it's still not bad. We might need more at low end. Wall, wheel the Bolt. No, Bolt's not wheeling. If anything, Wall might wheel. You think Firebolt wheels? Really? Are you sure? Could also just be Feed Hunter. More removal. Pseudo removal. I like drawing cards. I don't think the Firebolt was coming back, Austin. Could be wrong. I don't want to play against an Ashiok, but we do have answers to her. One to burn her. Face Fetters. We have 3 answers to the Ashiok. I mean, is the Forkbolt that much better than just hating on this Ashiok? I don't know. I don't really think our deck is a Thalia deck because a lot of these things I'm doing are non-creature permanents. It might be a Thalia. We could maybe support the Thalia, but I'd rather just pick the card that could definitely be run, which is the Bolt. Austin says Venser's worth the splash. I don't know. There are some really neat things we can do with this Venser, but I'm going to take the Forkbolt so we don't just get run over. It diminishes the burn deck and also is a card we'll use against them. It could be Archangel. Spectral we could actually maybe pull off. All the duels I picked so far are white duels, so the consideration might be Procession. Thalia is very much a non-viviceptor. Relic Warder's nice. Yeah, he's flexible. He's definitely flexible. I think it's between Archangel and Spectral. A lot of people have love for Porphyros. I kind of prefer these permanents. It's going to be a nice big life-linking Angel or give me a bunch of spirits. We can go wide with this. I think I actually prefer the Angel. Sun Titan came back. Snapcaster Mage is still here. What? Take the tokens? I probably should have. Like, holy crap, Snap's still here. Let me just look at something for 1 second. Okay. 10 seconds. Could we make the Snap work? Spear's good with Procession. Yeah, but we didn't take the Procession. Underrated it as a removal? Okay. It was worth the thought. Alright, so Seeker came back. I think we want this. Can always still be in blue. Not really interested in the Medic or the Dictate. Okay, there's the Abrupt Decay that toasts my Scepter. I don't really think we're aggressive, so I don't really want the Student. I think we take this because it's one of the better main deck answers to my Scepter. We got the Splicer. And the Firebolt wheeled. Holy crap, the Firebolt. We wheeled everything! Wow, we wheeled Relic and Swords. That is neat. That was really neat. You didn't expect that, did you? I didn't expect that. That wasn't on purpose. I mean, it's... Of course it was on purpose, no. That was lucky. That was luck. That's what that was. So the only card draw we have in the deck is Scry is sort of deck manipulation. So the best thing we can do is maybe get the Jet on the Scepter. Other than that, the only option I really have for card draw is just the Solemn and the Wall of Omens. Didn't Venser wheel. I don't think we were running the Blue Splash Labrat. I'd rather just have nice mana. I'd rather just have